Hey guys, it's Ben with American Equipment. Video today is going to feature this 2023 KX080-4 excavator. So let's go ahead and get into this. Alright guys, let's go ahead and do a quick walk around. I'm going to show you some close-ups of the unit here, what we feature. This is the cab here, your lights, side mirror. This has a glass. I did buy a brush guard for it, for the front, so I'll show you in the cab here in a second. We're gonna come back and put the brush guard on. Rubber tracks, I know you can get, I think steel or steel with pads. I'll go down to the blade here. This is an angle blade, so it does have that feature on it. Also has a float option as well. Has some nice guides to show you if the blade's straight or not. Pretty sweet with all your grease zerks on the blade. All your hoses covered with either metal or plastic. We'll go to the bucket. This is a 36-inch bucket. I also got a 24 digging coming for it as well. Pretty good sized bucket there compared to our 50G. Obviously it's a much bigger machine, about 18,000 pounds, 9 ton. Got the hydraulic thumb option here. Extra auxiliary port up there at the top. Lifting hook on the back of the bucket here. Pretty standard on the arm here. Keep moving along. Just have a grease zerk extension there. Your covering on the front cylinder. All your grease zerks featured at the bottom there for your swivel. And there's some more grease zerks. Got a cooler there on the top. We'll open up some of these doors so you can see what it looks like on the inside here in a minute. We're just doing a quick walk around. Has some side mirrors there at the bottom so you can see beside your machine, make sure you're not hitting anything. Walk around the back side here. Also has a mirror on the back underneath so you can see the back side of the machine, make sure you're not ramming anything. Big counterweight. Go under here. Has some chain link ties on the back side of the machine there. Coming around. So we're going to go ahead and open up some of the doors and we'll check out what's under the hood here. Alright, we got the hoods open here. Give you a little bit closer look. Full range work around this KX080 as far as how your hoods open up. It allows you to work on everything kind of all at the same time. Your battery right there. Fuel, water separator. Usually has a filter up there in here as well. Big hydraulic filter there. Hydraulic tank. Looks like all your huge valve body there with all the different hydraulic lines coming off of it. All color coordinated. Some infuses located here. We'll go around the front. Show you here. You got your fuel tank right here on the front side here. Pretty easily to access here. Come around the back side here. We'll go around to your engine bay. Kind of a small engine bay. Back up a little bit here. But you still have access to everything you need here. Access to your belts with removal of that guard. You got your radiators right here. Pretty easy to access that. There's your hydraulic level indicator there on the back side of that tank. Kubota diesel engine, obviously. There's your oil fill. I'm sure the dipstick's down in there somewhere. Haven't looked for that yet. All right, here's your dipstick for your oil. Air filter. Another pump back in there. Looks like there's a fuel filter right there. Your engine filter, I'm kind of looking for that. there's a filter down in there underneath that where you can barely see, and then it looks like there's filters probably down in there where that panel is. I'm sure that's an access panel underneath the machine to get to your oil filter. So yeah, that's the hood, what's under the hood. So alright guys, let's take a look at inside the cab here. Give you some close-ups here. Just a footrest, obviously your drive, plenty of room in this cab to make it nice to drive with your feet or hands. Flip up at your swing boom for your the rotation of your main arm. Lots of good locations for heating and cooling in this. You got some back there as well on the back side, some up top I believe. Got a rear view mirror up top up there. Your controls to lift up your glass breaker up there at the top. Optional radio. You got a light up in there in the corner, and then your windows right there at the top. Come back here, go a little bit lower. You do have your maintenance schedule right there on the front. A little cigarette plug there, whatever you want to call them. On the front here, this is a for fresh air. This is your it pulls it from the outside there. That's what these holes are for, and that tube. You don't wash the machine with that open because you can blow water up into the filter. So you'd want it down, flip it down for fresh air circulation. Inner cab circulation, if you're using that, you just flip it up. It's that easy. Let me go ahead and open up. I'm gonna open up and show you where to switch out the controls for ISO or A and B pattern, whatever you want to call them. Right there's your control for that. So you just switch it back and forth to switch between your control patterns. Inside there's your air filter. So you just take that screw off and then you can pull that air filter out. So that's that. And then we'll pull down this arm, show you here. All the standard controls of your Kubota. You got your angle blade control right there. This does have float, so you drop it all the way down. To drop your blade all the way down, you just push it all the way forward and up and down. The angle blade. Heat and AC controls over here. Wiper motor, DPF inhibitor. You got your throttle there. That is your I forget what they call it, but that's your, if you want to have that on, it drops the throttle down if you're not using the piece of equipment. You have your lights there and a beacon if you have a beacon, and then a stop button. That tends to get pressed all the time, and that might be why the machine's not starting. So make sure that's not down. There's your fuse control panel there, windshield wiper fluid, just some accessible things behind the seat there. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and start the machine and get up in the cab so you can see it operate. You're good.
Yeah.
Thanks everybody for watching my video today. Please subscribe to my channel for future videos on equipment and repairs and things like that around the property. Appreciate the subscription, guys. Please ask if you have any questions. Take care.